Hi, this is Shade Foray with TaxSaleSupport.com. I'm here with Steven Swenson, and this is one of our Property Deal of the Week videos here for February.
Yeah, and today we're going to be talking about Maryland. Now, Maryland is a tax lien state.
Yeah, well, and basically what it means with tax liens is that, when somebody's delinquent with their property taxes, the county will create a lien for that amount and then sell that to investors so that they can collect the money that they need right away.
Yeah, now as far as Maryland, the counties have freedom to determine their interest rate returns. So they can vary between 6 and 24%.
Yeah, which is interesting. You can earn a high rate of return. They also use a premium bidding system with their tax liens, which means that they bid up the price of the tax lien, above, so it has the lien amount initially, and then it gets bid up in price to determine a winner.
Yeah, so if you were to buy a $10,000 tax lien and you had paid $10,050 for the lien, then for the deed, then essentially that $50 would be the overbid.
Yeah.
And the counties will determine if you need to pay that overbid at the time of sale or if you can pay it when you foreclose on the property.
Yeah, which, that's a big deal. In other words, the overbid amount isn't always required, at the sale with counties. So some counties may only require that overbid amount upon foreclosure.
Yeah, exactly.
And so that can make a difference because if you don't ever, in some cases if it's only required at the time of foreclosure, you may not ever have to deal with it.
Yeah, now as far as the interest rate returns, they can vary between 6% to 24%. But what's nice about Maryland is you can actually start the foreclosure within 6 months, but it needs to be done within 2 years.
Yeah, so really you've got that 18-month window of time there where you kind of have to do it.
Yeah, so I mean, even if you were on the lower end of that 6% interest rate, return, you still can foreclose on the property in 6 months, which will give you a return for your money, but gives you a chance to foreclose on the property quicker.
Yeah. What's nice about that too is it limits the roll up. So you're not going to have huge amounts in order to foreclose on a property, because they've got a limited amount of time for it to build up.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, before we move on, though, we just want to encourage everybody to join the membership. We've noticed that it's a small percentage of you are actually subscribed. So if you're not subscribed yet, go ahead and do that so that anytime we produce new videos, you'll be aware.
Yeah, we're going to be putting out videos every week, so we'd love to have you guys join us, notify and participate with us in these videos.
Yeah. So we're looking at St. Mary's County, Maryland, and this is a tax lien sale that is scheduled for March 4th.
Yeah, now the registration ends on February 25th. The interest rate return in St. Mary's is the lower end of that 6%, and you'll need to do a deposit of 10% of what you plan on spending. Yeah.
Now this is also being done through Real Auction, so it's a familiar platform. Yeah, so this is actually what the sale, at least the tax lien list right now, what it looks like. We can see which liens are active, and which ones are, have redeemed or are no longer there.
Well, and we didn't go through and cherry pick any liens here. What we did is you can just see we just kind of went through and looked at some of the first few liens there on the list. So let's talk about some of them.
Yeah, so here we have the first one here, which is a lien for about $5,000. $49.86 is the lien amount. So a $5,000 lien. What exactly is it against? Well, it's actually against a commercial property, an auto shop.
Yeah, exactly. An auto shop, valued, assessed around $209,000, market value maybe around $300,000, and part of where I came up with that is you can see within the sales information, this sold back in 2019 for $350,000.
Oh yeah, so it's obviously worth more than $300,000. But really, when we're looking at lien investments, we're not buying the property, and we know that the most likely thing to happen here is it's going to end up redeeming, and so this is a very secure investment because that $5,000 is only a fraction of what that property is valued at. It's so secured, because the property's valued I mean, really, it's a tiny percentage. In fact, I'd be interested to know what it is. It's got to be like around 2%.
Yeah, it's definitely a small percentage, and most of the time, the property owners know about this, and they may go ahead and say, okay, I'm going to wait till I get my tax return, or there could be a number of different reasons that they're going to put that off, and essentially know that they have time to pay that, even if it's a penalty. They're willing to pay that penalty for the time that they can have before needing to pay it.
Yeah. Yeah. So let's look at the next one here, which is a tax lien for $2,147. So a little bit smaller lien, and this one actually we can see is a little different.
Yeah. In fact, this lien is one that we would usually avoid, but the reason I wanted to put it on here is because it's actually the lot behind the shop.
Yeah.
And if we could get this lien for close to the the opening bid amount, and we had purchased that other lien, then we would go ahead and maybe purchase this lien where we'd usually avoid it because, in a way, it is, a bit landlocked. Now, you can kind of access it from that, from the driveway next to it or the parking lot next to it. But, it's somewhat limited. And so, in this case, if we'd purchased that first lien, then, we'd be more interested in getting this lien as well.
Chances are they would probably end up redeeming around the same time.
Yeah, they're not going to let this, $100,000 lot go behind their shop for, $2,000 in back taxes.
Yeah. And so for a total of about $7,000, for lien, you've got a very secure lien that's on, $500,000 worth of property. Probably.
Yeah, and chances are they're going to go ahead and pay them off at the same time. So you've kind of got an idea when that one owner, when they're both owned by the same person, most likely they're going to pay them at the same time, and you'll get back all your money plus your return.
Yeah, make it much more predictable. So the next one here is a lien for $2,432, and we can see here that it is also against a. Is this a single-family home?
Yeah, a single-family home. About 1,100 square feet. Was built in 1947. Has a assessed value of around $96,000, but a market value of around $135,000. So when you're looking at $2,400 backed by a $135,000 property, we're not going to do a whole lot more due diligence into it, especially if we're not going to be really putting a ton of premium bid into it.
Yeah. I mean, the lien is highly secured there, by the property, and will probably just result in. In redeeming at some point there in the process.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. Now we have another one here for $2,735, and this one is against another single-family home. We can see here, there's a few interior images of the property. It looks like assessed at $109,000. Market is closer to $156,000.
Yeah, in fact, this home is actually owned by the same person that owns the second home. And they're located pretty close together. So the home that we just looked at in this home, they're, within a block of each other. They were both purchased at the same time, and they're both owned by the same owner.
Yeah, both would be great liens to buy, really just like they are. We already know, with just the information we have there, would be enough to buy the liens.
Yeah, now this is actually a lien that a lot of people would overlook, but we love these type of tax liens.
Yeah, because it's probably out of any of them most likely to go to actual foreclosure.
Yeah, well, and you can see that this is a building lot, a home lot, and it does have legal access because it's got that essentially a road directly going into the building lot. Also, you can see that the homes next to it are a swimming pool, big, brand new homes.
Yeah, very nice homes, valuable homes. Most likely, the property will just result in redeeming. But it does have access, and it does have that great value there. And being land, there's because you're not. Somebody's not losing their house or something like that, the land always has a higher chance of actually, resulting in foreclosure sometimes. It's also just $1,000 lien. It's not that much.
Yeah, exactly. Well, and with that premium bidding, you're probably going to be able to purchase this for less than you would on maybe a single family home where you're going to be earning the same interest rate either way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so this is an online tax lien auction that ends on March 4th.
Yeah, and there's a total of about 298 tax liens on the list. We just went through a few of them. Some of those have redeemed, but there's definitely a lot of opportunity there. A lot of quality tax liens that can be purchased, and this is kind of the first of the Maryland auctions, and there'll be many online auctions, or at least several online auctions taking place over the year.
Yeah. If you haven't done it yet, you should check out our website with our free ebooks, secretsoftaxlieninvesting.com, where you can actually get a lot of different things there. We have free ebooks you can download, but we also have free webinars that we do sometimes that you can register for there, and some other things that are available.
Yeah, absolutely. Also, if you're interested in additional training, try checking out our membership program at taxselfsupport.com. That's going to give you access to all of our lists, to our weekly webinars, to all of our training guides. Really, we think it's the best value in tax sale education.
Yeah, we think the membership program is really designed so that people will have an affordable option for training and for lists.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Hey, thanks for watching this video to the end. Be sure to hit that thumbs up button.
Yeah, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comments
section.
section.
Oh yeah, we'd love to answer them.